Hello, friends. Welcome to Level Up with Debbie Neal. I am your host. There is nowhere I would rather be than right here, right now with you. This podcast is all about leveling up in all aspects of our lives. Thank you for being here. I am so grateful. I'm excited to be on this journey with you. Together, we are leveling up. You ready? Hello, my Level Up family. Last week, we spoke about how to stay motivated when we lose focus. We are living in a world with non-stop distractions. Being motivated can be easy. Staying motivated is the line that separates the people who achieve their goals versus the ones who simply just dream about their goals and they just don't meet them. Staying motivated is our responsibility. So if you have not listened to last week's episode, go back and listen to that one because focus and motivation are key as we're leveling up. This week, we're going to be talking about some differences between wealthy and average. It is more than a bank account. Wealthy is more than a bank account. It's more than what we earn. It's about how we think. It's about how we show up in the world, habits we have. In order to become wealthy or build wealth, it starts with a change of habits, a change of thinking. And so today we're going to be going over 8 areas and we're going to compare what wealthy people do on their way to wealth compared to average thinking, average income, average results. Average, that's an area today. It's so crowded. It's so crowded in the area of average. It's almost become a goal. Like people think average is a goal. It's not a goal. It's not a goal. And so we kind of have this mindset that like most people do this, so that'll probably be me. That's average. If you want to level up, if your goal is to be in the 1% of whatever it is you're building, it takes change. Okay. So here we go. Number 1, wealthy, they read daily. Average, watch TV daily. I'm not here to judge. I am not here to judge, but I am here to remind you, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And it blows my mind when somebody says, I don't have time to do this or build this, but yet they know exactly what's going on The Bachelorette. Like, really? You're choosing to stay where you are. The wealthiest and most successful devour personal growth. They're always reading. They're always growing. They're very conscious about what they fill their minds with. We feed our brain and thoughts daily. Watching violence on TV isn't doing it. Watching reality shows isn't doing it. Watching the news isn't doing it. If I never had a TV again in my life, in any of my homes, I'd be totally fine. I never turn it on. When I have downtime, it's a book. I read leadership. I love to read mindset. I love to read anything growth, faith. Average watch TV, hours invested in nonsense. You don't become wealthy doing that. Think of the most successful and wealthy people. Visualize what they're sitting around a table and they're talking about. And I can guarantee you they're not talking about what happened on The Bachelor last night. Okay. I mean, if we even get into The Bachelor, I know it's like a whole separate thing. Like imagine like one person dating 20 people at the same time on public television. I mean, it's mind-blowing nonsense. Average waste hours. And the bottom line is it doesn't move your life, your mindset, or your bank account. Sign up for $1 per month trial period at Shopify.com/level up, all lowercase. Go to Shopify.com/level up to take your business to the next level today. Shopify.com/level up, all lowercase. Number 2, wealthy set goals. Average people, they don't. They don't set goals. They're daydreaming through life. They're wandering through life. They're wanderers. Like if it's meant to be, I'm going to find it. Like you have to set a goal. The key to wealth is to never arrive, to always have a goal, to always be growing, always expanding, creating that next level of success, building new skills, making new connections. When you have a goal, you create urgency. You have vision. You're in it like creation mode. You know where you're going. You take action. You are moving the needle forward. Average, they don't set goals. They may talk about goals. They might get inspired every now and then and declare a goal, but it becomes a wish. It's a dream that they're simply putting on their shelf that they look at every once in a while, and they're just avoiding the work that it takes. Without action, it isn't a goal. Average weight. Like they're waiting for a sign. They're waiting for the next ace to come along. They're just waiting. They're just sitting on their potential, hoping and wishing. Wealthy take ownership of their life by setting goals, taking action. That is why they're in the 1%. They are willing to do what the 99% are just simply not willing to do. Number 3, wealthy compliment people. They compliment other people and average criticize people. Wealthy have abundant mindsets. They see the good in others. They express gratitude. They know that love is the highest vibing energy and you just want to give it out. And that's how you get it back. They make others feel important. They make other people feel valued. They look for nice things to say in other people. Everyone is wearing that invisible sign that says, make me feel important. And by the way, that's how you network in life. No matter what you're doing professionally, it's all about networking. Every time you meet something, find something genuinely nice to say about them. That person can walk away and you can make their whole day by literally giving people compliments. Wealthy people do the work. They do the personal growth. They know the power of their words. Average criticize. And honestly, when we criticize, and I'm not going to say I've never criticized before. Trust me, I catch myself doing it and boom, slap myself on the hand. But most of the time when we criticize, it's our own insecurities. When we criticize, when we judge, it's our own insecurities reflected back into our face like a mirror. Confidence doesn't criticize. Big thinkers don't criticize. Wealthy don't see others as a threat. They have bigger things on their mind than talking about people. They know there is enough abundance for everyone. Number 4, wealthy embrace change. Average fear change. Change is the only constant. Wealthy pivot. They see the writing on the walls. They're willing to change with the times. They lead and navigate through the change. The way we do business will always be changing. The fundamentals of most businesses won't change, but the methods will. The way we do business, wealthy adapt. They love the challenge. It's like learning something new. Average sit. They whine. They fear change. They say things like, this is what we used to do. I liked it when it was what it was. Well, it just isn't that way anymore. We don't grow by looking backwards. We grow by growing forward, being willing to learn new skills, new way of building success, growing with the times. When we weren't willing to change, we become a has-been when we are not willing. Number 5, wealthy forgive. Average hold grudges. Forgiving is abundant. It's loving. It's freeing. When you forgive someone, you forgive yourself. Forgiving gets you out of victimhood. Forgiveness frees you. It allows you to take your power back. Forgiveness helps your health. Negative emotions, they rob you of your joy, and they take up so much space. You don't even have time to focus on wealth because you're like pissed off at people, or you're a victim, or you were hurt and you can't get out of that story that's spiraling around in your head. Forgiveness helps you move forward. We're going to do a whole podcast on this topic in the near future. You'd be amazed how holding on to resentment and grudges hold you back from your best self. It keeps you in the bubble of average. Holding grudges keeps you small. We've all been hurt. And trust me, I've done like deep work and had no idea the grudges that I was holding on to. It's important to identify them and work through them. Wealthy figure out how to use their past to fuel their future. They use their hardships to fuel them. It's an opportunity for growth. When we hold on to a grudge, like toward a person, it only hurts us. And honestly, I've learned in my experience, if you've been hurt by another person, and I have also, hurt people hurt. Like when you forgive, you learn how to be compassionate, have compassion, realize that people are hurting, give them even extra love. It fills our minds and hearts with bitterness and resentment when we hold grudges. Wealthy doesn't grow in that environment. Number 6, wealthy talk about ideas. Average talk about people. The words that come out of our mouth matter. Wealthy talk about goals. They talk about ideas. They want to learn from others. They're picking their brain. They're sharing visions. They're developing strategies. They're meeting new people. They're leaders. Leaders don't talk about others. They focus on abundance. They focus on wealth. They are confident, and confident has zero need or desire to speak of other people. Average talk about people. They literally wait till people walk out of the room. Sometimes they don't even wait till they walk out of the room and they talk about them. That comes from lack of self-esteem, lack of character, lack of abundance. There is no need to pick others apart in a world with so much division. Be the bridge. Be the one that people know they love and they respect. Be the one that people know that if you have something to say, you're going to come right to them. Be the person that if you don't have anything nice to say, you literally keep it to yourself. When we put what we put out in the universe comes back to us. Talk abundantly and it will come back. Talk about gossip and it will come back. Find something good in everyone. These things may seem little and insignificant, but they are huge in the big picture. Number 7, wealthy are continuously learning. Average think they know it all. Wealthy are sponges. Millionaires have a goal to never stop learning, growing, and improving. It takes an average. This is a statistic. I don't know if you know this, okay? But whatever you do for a living, it takes an average of 10,000 hours to be an expert at something. People in today's world want instant gratification. Instant gratification. Average people, they don't give it time. They get frustrated. They don't see the results. You can't grow if you aren't good at what you're creating. Like, are you always learning? Are you on everything? Are you at the feet of the people who are where you want to be? Are you always practicing? Always keep learning. Always keep doing the do. Take ownership. You don't become the best by being like the rest. Be willing to learn as much as you can. Average people, they think they know it all. I was on that call. I once read a book 3 years ago. You know, I always share The Secret and the Power. They're like my favorite book by Rhonda Byrne. I was like, I read that a decade ago. You guys, I listened to that book while I showered today, and I need it again tonight. Like, you don't even realize what goes on in your brain, right? So like, average think they know everything. I've done it. I've been there. I was on that call. They say the same thing. They're closed-minded. They're looking backwards. They're blaming. They're justifying. They're not investing their time. Be willing to be a student. Leaders are student. Wealthy people are students. Number 8, wealthy take ownership for their failures. Average blame others for their failures. And this is a really great one to end on, because if you don't meet a goal, own it. If you didn't do what you said you were going to do, own it. When we fail, it's a learning opportunity. When I don't meet a goal, I know darn well why I didn't meet the goal. I either didn't want it bad enough. Let's be honest. I didn't want it bad enough, or I would have done more, or I was trying to bargain with the price or the time it would take to achieve it. And we know when we've given it our all. I have failed forward. Even after giving something my all, I have missed something, but I'm okay with it, because when I've given something my all and I've missed a goal, I'm still in a better place than I was before. That's not a failure to me. There's major disappointment and heartache, but I get up and I'm still better for it. It's always an opportunity to learn. Average blame others. They blame their company. They blame their circumstances. They blame changes. They blame, leaders. They blame the weather. You name it. They find something to blame. And that isn't how you build wealth. Being wealthy starts in your mind. Wealth isn't always a bank account. It's a mindset. It's a way of being. It's showing up in the world like you've already created wealth. It's becoming the next version of you. Our habits, our thinking, who we surround ourselves with, our mindset, all of it creates our wealth. Too many people today are good with average. Too many people are okay with being in the masses. We've become an entitled world. You've got what it takes to be different, to do more, to be more, to have more, to give more. But it does start with you. You are 100% responsible for your results. I live in a capitalist country. I'm a capitalist. We all have the right and the opportunity to be wealthy, but it is up to us. It is up to us. So I love you all. Have the most amazing week and start taking on what is going to make you wealthy in this world. You deserve it.